rely on your professors. If your professors giving you a lot of work, talk to them, message them, email them, and say, yo, professor, like, I have too much on my plate. Can you give me an extension? Can you? And if they don't, they trifling. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jonique, and in today's video we're going to do tips and tricks for the incoming college freshmen or college undergraduate. So so we're going to get right into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. So we're going to just get right into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. So the first tip is research. So if you're an incoming freshman, I suggest that you research what college you want to go to. Research where it's located. Either you want to go out of state, in-state, down the street. All of that is very important. As well as research how much the tuition is going to be, because baby, that's very important. If you're going to a private school, you're gonna end up paying more than you going to like a BC or a public school. It's gonna be a community college. It's way cheaper compared to you going to like a private school. But once you graduate and you see how much loans you gotta pay back, sis, you're gonna be like, I didn't know school was that much. But yes, it's crucial. As well as research the field of study that you want to go into. Either you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a fashion designer, a stylist, you want to bake cakes. Like, research the field and make sure the field that you're picking, once you graduate, you're able to get into a job straight off bat. Like, you don't want to just go to school, spend all these years, hard work, dedication, work, sweat, and tears, and can't find a job, because the way that the economy is set up right now, that's how it is. And it's very unfortunate that we're actually going to school and learning all this information and we can't even hold a position. So I would really say that's very important. So if you want to follow your dreams and follow your passion and go for what you want to go to school for or what you love to do, I agree that you should do that. But just make sure that you're able to make some coins once you get out, okay? Because as you want to make some money once you get out of college. You don't want to just have a degree just sitting up on your counter and can't do nothing with that degree, do you? Exactly. Research the school, see like what their criteria are, their activities, the things that they hold at the school. If they're like a big university, if they have frats, if they have game nights, clubs, get into clubs, be social, have a social life, have fun. You're in college, you're out of high school, you're not a baby anymore, you're becoming a young adult, so why not have fun? Okay, so you want to pick a school that meets your criteria and what you love and who you are as a person. Tip number 2, being on time. Being on time is very important, it's very essential. Being on time, punctual. You have to be. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, because even when you're getting a job, you're required to come to work on time, right? Exactly. So what you're learning in college is basically gonna set you up for the real world and what you're gonna experience once you get out of college and start acquiring a job. So if class is at 9, make sure you're there at 8:50, 8:55. Be on time. Don't be that person who comes 10 minutes when class almost finished, because you ain't gonna learn nothing. You really ain't gonna learn nothing, because the funny thing is these professors are getting smart. What they're doing now is they're making sure their lecture, especially if it's like certain students that are always late, they'll make sure they put all of their important information in the lecture in the beginning of the class. And if you're late, you're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss all the information you need. And if you're failing your tests and your quiz, they're gonna be like, oh, well, you should have came on time. So Why not prevent that by being a good student and coming on time and getting all the notes that you need to be organized? And that leads me into my third step, is organization. Stay organized. You can be organized. You can get a book, a notebook, you go Walmart, get a notebook, a planner. You can write it in your notes. If you have something due, make sure you write it down. If you have homework due, write that down. A test, project, whatever, write it down. It will help you so tremendously, so much. You don't want to procrastinate and wait last minute to turn in a project or write an essay, because it's really going to mess you up in the end, because you're going to rush to go put out the work. It's not going to be 100%, and it's not going to be the best of your capabilities. So if you stay organized, I guarantee you it's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you in the real world. It's going to help you get through college, and it's going to help you in your life. So that leads me into my fourth step, is procrastination. Do not procrastinate. I don't know how, like, I will see kids in my school, they will just wait last minute. If they have an essay due, they're starting, if the essay due at 12, right? They will start writing the essay at like 6 p.m. Like, how the hell? How can you write an essay for 6 hours? I'm a person where I need time to like sit, process, write down, and analyze what I'm gonna write about before I write it. You don't have to worry about rushing to hurry up and write an essay, and then it's almost 11:59, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta turn this in, and you didn't turn it in yet, and you sweating, and you cursing, and you crying. Trust me, I've been through it. Especially if you're dealing in like teamworks and in teams, you can't, you can't procrastinate. Nope. Because we want to get A's over here. Anything less than an A, it gotta be a B. A B at most. Nothing less than a B, okay? Step number 5, no plagiarizing. Do not cheat. Do not think that you taking somebody else's work online and just submitting it is okay, because it's not okay. It's not okay to cheat, because in the long run, it just messes you up, honestly. Because if you get caught cheating, some schools are stricter than others. Like if you plagiarize, they'll kick you out one time. So it doesn't make sense to you, all that time you've been in school and all that hard work and effort and all the money you spending to be in school, for you to just throw it all down the drain because you want to cheat and you don't want to put out your best work. And I understand, yes, it is hard to sit there and analyze and push work, write 15-page essays, don't know what you're writing about, but you're just writing. In college, I noticed that a lot of people like to switch work for work. So like somebody would be like, oh yeah, can I borrow your paper? Can I just look at it and help analyze it a little bit to figure out what I should do? No, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them, because all they're gonna do is copy your paper. And that's the thing, is they'll copy your paper. They said, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna just use it as a guideline, and change like 1 or 2 words and turn it in. And then you both get in trouble for plagiarism, because you gave him your paper and he copied your paper. So if you're trying to avoid that, don't share your work with anybody else. Tell them to do their own damn work, and if they came to class, they would know what to write about. And that's it. And step number 6. So step number 6 is just have fun. We're young adults. We're trying to figure out what we want to be in life, what we want to pursue in life, and just have fun. Have a social life. Go out with your friends, be in the latest cliques, go out, have study dates, study buddies, do whatever you want, but make sure that you're on your ish. Make sure that you're still hanging out and still dedicating time to perfect your craft and turn in your assignments when they are due. Make sure you're still pulling A's while you're still going down and having your fun, because you can't neglect your education at the end of the day for fun. You're going to school, spending all this money, you might as well acquire some knowledge that you could use in the real world. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, is to gain knowledge and information from all these 4 years that you've been going through, all the trials, the tribulations, the heartaches, the crying, the amount of crying. You get to a point where you just want to give up, but you don't give up. You just push through, you dig deep, and you do what you gotta do to finish. The whole point is to get to the finish line. The finish line is graduation. You want to be the better version of you and to be the best of you. And in order to do that, you have to strive for better, strive for the best. And in order to do that, you can't give up. You can't. There's no room to give up. Rely on your professors. If your professor is giving you a lot of work, talk to them, message them, email them, and say, yo, professor, like, I have too much on my plate. Can you give me an extension? Can you? And if they don't, they trifling. But majority of them are. Consistency is key. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you have to be consistent. You have to show up to school. You have to come to school on time. So guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, and if you made it to this point, I just want to thank you guys and just tell you guys I appreciate you. And I just hope that these tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the 4 years of my college, that it helps you if you're a new freshman or even a senior with senioritis, to keep you motivated and to push you along and to get you to the finish line, because that's the reason why we're all going to school, is to finish and be successful and retain that knowledge. Not only understand what the teacher is saying or understand what this whole journey is, but it's gonna elevate you as a person for sure. So don't give up, don't drop out, just dig deep. That's my message. Okay, bye.